Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but I guess today I just wanted to talk a little bit about something I got in the mail. Finally, I got this this package from AgIC. So AgIC, they are a kind of Kickstarter program. I think they're from Japan. So this is the mail I got. It came in the mail yesterday. It's basically like a prototyping type of material that you can use to make little projects, like similar to using a breadboard. So pretty much what I got in this package was this AgIC silver ink marker, and what this does is you can use it to draw on kind of a glossy paper. It's kind of like this glossy type of photo paper. So this comes in the package, and you pretty much use this to make connections with components. So it would be similar to using wiring, but you don't have to use wires. You can just use this pen, and it's silver ink, and what you really do is you draw on the paper. So I drew this electrode here, this first one, and then I drew this to connect to one side of this LED right here, a tiny LED, and then this is the other electrode, which connects to the other side of the LED. And I don't know if you can see it, but the LED is taped on with Scotch tape. Sorry about the lighting. But just in between here, these lines were drawn parallel to each other, so they're not quite touching. They're about 1 millimeter apart, and I can show you the LEDs. So this is the package, and it comes with these small, tiny LEDs that are kind of wrapped inside of more plastic. So if I can show them to you. It's very tiny. So these are like super small, and there are two in here. I don't know if you can see them. They look kind of whitish, and you have to take them out. So there was a third one here on the left side here, my left or your left, depending. I don't know. So I took that one out, and this one is the one that's on this paper here. So I taped it on with just Scotch tape. So all you really need is some Scotch tape and maybe like a pair of scissors or something, and you can use these tools just to make a simple circuit. And it comes with this 3-volt Panasonic cell battery, so you can use this, and you just place it on top of one of the electrodes, and you fold over the paper and make sure the electrodes are touching each other, and you see the light come on. I don't know if you can see it. I'll turn my light off. So again, the cell battery is on one electrode here, and you can just take this other electrode on the corner, you fold it over to touch the other side of the battery, and you see the light go on. So that's pretty much the only thing that's happening with this circuit. It's just the circuit to light an LED, kind of similar to what you would do if you were using a breadboard and you just had a positive lead wire, negative lead wire going from a positive and negative side of a battery with the proper voltage, like a 9-volt or something, to light one of those LEDs that you usually use. So that's one thing you can use the little AgIC Kickstarter kit to do. Something else it comes with here, it comes with these cool little Kickstarter business cards. So if you just want to take a look at these, It's just basically a business card. It's on glossy paper. Just these. They come in like, I don't know how many they give you, like 12 or 20 or so. You just cut them out, and you can cut along, just cut along the lines to make it look like this, pretty much. And then certain parts you fold, it says where to fold them. And then you can also attach an LED here to the top of the A. Again, you can see how tiny those LEDs are. They're really, really, really small. So you just attach an LED there, and it tells you where to attach the LED with Scotch tape again. So this, all you really need are scissors and Scotch tape. You fold the parts back and you can just stick this card into your computer, but it says thank you for your support. And so I'm going to be making some more of these little guys and cutting them out and giving them to some people, just because I don't need like a whole bunch of them. But I think it's a pretty cool idea, guys, and I would recommend supporting them. They also have things that you can buy from them, like you can buy more of these kind of LEDs from them. I haven't looked to see if you can buy them anywhere else, but you can buy these from AgIC. I don't know if everything ships from Japan all the time, but here, the postmark here is June 28th, and I think this came on the 12th or 13th. Yesterday was like Saturday the 12th, I think. I could be wrong about the date, I don't know. And also, so these are some of the cards I cut out. It comes with this conductive tape, so I'm probably going to try this next. So what this conductive tape is it's basically tape that you can use instead of Scotch tape. I'm assuming you would be able to use this conductive tape with other types of components. So it comes with the cell battery, it comes with a bunch of LEDs, but it doesn't really come with other components. It doesn't come with anything like buttons, push buttons, potentiometers. It doesn't come with stepper motors. It doesn't come with kind of like anything you would use, like a 555 timer, like anything, like other than the LEDs. So I don't know if it's gonna work with other components, but I'm guessing that maybe something like conductive tape, and I remember they mentioned conductive glue as well. Maybe something like conductive tape or conductive glue would work to help make kind of more interesting projects, other than just lighting up a small LED. So maybe you can make something like a little oscillator or some little type of fan or something using like a motor just to like spin the propellers or something, something small that's kind of flexible, portable. That's the thing that I like about this, the idea is cool because it's like everything's flexible, it's on paper, paper's easy to purchase. Breadboards are cool too, but and soldering's cool too, but you kind of go through a lot of material sometimes, and those little PCB boards and everything, they're kind of heavy, like, and once you've soldered something on, you're kind of like stuck with your project, like something like this, like these, like you would solder your components onto here. That's usually how you would make a project a little more permanent, and kind of the in-between process of that would be using something like a breadboard like this, and you would usually place your components on a breadboard. Videos I've made a few videos about this before, using like lead wires and the positive negative rails and your components somewhere in the middle, making sure you've wired everything properly, and using the proper voltage and everything like that. Usually you would do something like that. So, I mean, these are cool, but you can't like really stick something like this in your pocket necessarily, and the components do just pop out really easily because, you know, they have like the small holes. So I think something cool about this AgIC project with the paper basically, and just drawing lines on with the silver marker. I think the cool thing about this is that, you know, you have something that has components that are kind of taped on, or if you use conductive glue, it would be kind of glued on. So it's slightly more permanent, but you don't have to go through the trouble of like using some kind of like soldering iron or something with some, you know, I don't know, like soldering can be a disaster sometimes. And, you know, components aren't always cheap either, so it's kind of cool. It's a cool idea to be able to just kind of glue things onto one surface and see if it works, and, you know, glue or tape them, and then you can kind of remove them and use them again. When you solder something, it's kind of like, for the most part, like you can take components off, but usually you snip off the excess pieces, and so you don't really always have the luxury of using the pieces over again in the way that you may want to use them. I don't know, it's just my first impressions of this AgIC Kickstarter kind of little set. Like when you support them, they send you some little things for a small project or so. You can kind of play around with it and find out what it can do for you. So I don't know, I think it's cool so far. Like, I'm probably gonna spend the rest of my weekend playing around with this stuff. So alright, thanks for watching.